All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shakespearean Shrew. We are back at our old stomping ground at OSP. I'm not the Shakespearean Shrew, Karen Finer, but I am the Brew Shrew, lover of all things books and brews, coffee, beer. I don't discriminate. And this is a decorum be damned entrance into all things literature, theater, and the weird stuff in between. And today I'm speaking with Erin Woods, Jimmy Pike, and Charli, tell me your last name.
Henn.
Charli and Henn. And we're going to be talking about Erin's latest play called How to Write a Regency Romance.
Yay!
So super excited. So I'm going to start off by letting Erin kind of talk about a little bit. This is a different type of play because it's not going to be like full production, but this is a reading. So tell us what makes this play unique.
This is a new play. I'm known for adaptations, and that's mostly what I've done is as a playwright is adapt things that already exist in the world. Mostly Jane Austen because I really love her and she's popular. But I decided I wanted to write something a little bit different. I wanted to write something more along the lines of all of the Regency books that are so popular, like the Julia Quinn books, the Lisa Kleypas books, and all that stuff. Romance is having such a boom right now. I think we've all enjoyed heated rivalry quite a bit. So that's more modern romance. This is historic romance, but I mean, it's Bridgerton. So, and I wanted to write something that was like incorporated all the tropes, but I couldn't fit them all into one story. So I created a choose your own journey, romantic journey style show.
All right. And Charli, what character are you going to be playing in this?
I play Miss Millicent Greyston.
Okay.
Who is our female main character.
All right. And Jimmy?
I play a character named Bartholomew Rudley, who is sort of a really vile man, but he's still a silly man. And I play a character called Lord Carnarvon. And he's the husband of the woman who's hosting a big weekend for everyone to come to. I also play a character called Snodgrass, who's sort of a houseman butler type. And I also play a character called Him, which is sort of the incarnate of just the everyman today with a girlfriend who's super into Regency romance novels.
Okay. So Erin, you said a little bit about using all the tropes.
Yes, yeah.
So what are your favorite tropes?
Well, I'm going to name some tropes that unfortunately just didn't make it into the show.
Oh yeah, honorable mentions. Yes. Here we go.
I love enemies to lovers. I love opposites attract. That's kind of here a little bit. There's a little bit of like grumpy sunshine in this show as well.
No.
Okay. He is the villain.
I am the villain.
Villain.
Bartholomew Rudley, is the villain.
But then he's also like the reality of like the real guy trying to compete with the romance books. Okay. So there's a little bit of that thrown in there.
All right. And what about you two? What are your favorite tropes?
Well, I mean, when Erin told me that there was a comedic villain character, I'm not super familiar with the Regency romance genre, but I want to, believe it or not, but I wanted to, first thing I said was like, who do you have in mind? And she sent me a guy who's, I think, a small part in Bridgerton, but maybe, I haven't watched that show, but maybe he loomed large, and I loved every second. And I watched it on screen. I was like, I know exactly what she's looking for. I know exactly what she wants. I like working with Erin because she knows what I can do, and I know what she wants, and we just figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
I like to I wrote in for both Alex, who plays basically the narrator writ large. She plays 3 different versions of the narrator within the show. But I included character choices that I knew. I just wrote them down. I don't think we talked about it because I put for Lord Carnarvon that he's Teddy Roosevelt meets like Nick Offerman, like that sort of idea.
I'm just doing
I see it.
Yeah.
doing a Richard Harris impression.
I was like, what
So,
are you-
for now, at least, I have something else to add
I
now.
was
Yeah.
like, yes, those are the characters.
Did you watch the Death by Lightning show where Nick Offerman played
Yeah.
Chester A. Arthur? Because that's kind of right on board with what
That's
you're
what you're
saying.
doing. Yeah.
Michael Shannon was
Wow.
Garfield. It was a really cool show. It's only
Yes.
like 5 episodes. It was
Okay,
really-
yeah, I think
Check
Tyler
it
watched that. I watched it over his shoulder. I
It
watched
was-
most of like The Bear over his shoulder. I don't watch TV
I don't know.
anymore.
The Bear's too intense.
I'm like,
Reminds me of my
I'll
youth.
come in. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't.
Too much.
Too scary.
It's too much. It's too much.
That show can get to be a lot. Yeah. Charlie, what's your favorite trope?
I absolutely love enemies to lovers, classic. But I really do love like a fake dating or like
Oh,
a
yeah.
forced to be in some sort of relationship.
like close
outwardly.
proximity.
Yes,
Mhm.
that whole thing.
Okay, yes.
Love that.
So you were talking about it being kind of choose your own journey.
Yeah.
Choose your own fate, choose your own, But so how is that going to be chosen?
The audience will get to decide at 5 different points. Let me revise that. 4 different points the audience will get to decide, and then there's a time where a coin toss decides
Oh.
on stage. They throw a sixpence,
Okay.
which I don't have, so I have some foreign money. This
As close as possible.
is not a full-scale production. It's a
We'll get
reading,
there.
so-
Like I could bring a peso.
Yeah, I
I
got
have
some
a-
Canadian quarters.
All I know is my daughter was like, "Is this a quarter?" And she just kept bringing up like foreign money. I realized that my dad had given her a bunch of money from South America from like his recent trip, and I was like, "I'll just take those and we'll use them."
It'll work.
So
Yeah.
what happens if you have like an audience divided?
Well, I think Holly, who plays the reader,
Uh-huh.
will decide. She'll make the ultimate decision if it seems like too close to call.
Okay.
And I think she has her favorites, so I definitely know how certain things are going to go.
And she has no trouble making a decision. on
Oh my
stage.
God.
She's one of the best improvisers
Oh,
and comedians
she's
I
great.
know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so funny.
she'll be just
When Erin told me that Holly was in it, I go, oh, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
fine. It's perfect.
Yeah.
She's
The,
great.
I mean,
the
your whole
modern,
cast.
the modern, avatar in the story, like she's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
So that kind of leads me to the whole one of your characters is an e-reader.
Yes, yeah. So she's there are 2 people who are 2 actors who are sort of outside of the story within the book. And those 2 people are the reader, who's played by Holly McNatt, who's a wonderful Oklahoma City actress, and Alex Golden plays the narrator, and the narrator is in the form of the book,
Mm-hmm.
the e-reader named Hal, Lady Carnarvon, who is sort of the hostess of the whole thing. She's basically the Lady Whistledown type of character. And she also plays the author, whose name is Gwendolyn Bliss.
Bliss.
So basically, that's actually kind of the book and Hal are kind of the same thing. So it's basically those 3 personas that she brings to it as a narrating kind of thing. And Holly experiences the show. I was very influenced by Drowsy Chaperone with the man in the chair.
Yeah.
And that sort of idea of somebody having this night in, welcoming the audience into her night in, and then her exploring her favorite. Like, I've got a new book to
Mhm.
read in my historical romance TBRQ.
Yeah.
So
It's almost like The Princess's Bride too, where
Yeah.
he's like,
Yes.
telling the story.
yes, I think I did use that. I said you're
We don't-
basically
yeah.
like Peter Falk.
Princess Buttercup.
Yeah, we're gonna. So that's what you guys are. You're apart from the story, and then the rest of the actors are all within the story.
We just don't have tricks. The AVA tricks. That's from the Drowsy Chaperone. the great. Like,
Oh yes, yeah.
Moving on.
I forgot about that.
What's that?
It's
Okay.
been 20 years since I've seen the Drowsy Shepherd. I have to admit. it's
Same, but I have that kind of memory where I just remember the actress immediately in my
Yeah.
head. Like, she was great.
Okay, so for you two, you had to learn quite a lot of. I mean, I get that this is a reading, so you have a script, but you still have to learn your parts, right? And there's, I mean, they can take some turns, and you don't know which way it's going to go until it happens. So, how was that process going through the script, learning your parts?
Well, so far we read through it once, but
We're still in the workshop phase. We're still rehearsing.
We're workshopping tonight, Michelle. But what's fun and unique, but also challenging about it is the two options. There's things about them that mirror each other because those characters would react the same way to different situations. But one is like this, this character is going to choose to say something that might, break the ice, or they're going to choose to hide it and say something else that might be like more of like a wooing sort of, but each character kind of is gonna say similar things. So if this was an off-script thing, it would be like really scary.
I think
it would be fun, a fun challenge,
yeah.
but it would be like you'd have to like look at each other off stage and be like, so we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to like check with each other, I feel like.
I think, I mean, like,
we're doing
because this project has
Yeah.
been so much built around the idea of a reading, and I was telling the cast this, I haven't had an opportunity to workshop anything since like 2008. So, and most of the time when I'm writing, it's literally like, we're about to start rehearsals. We need a final script. And I'm like, someone look it over, make sure there's no major typos, which no one did for Jane Austen's Christmas Cracker, by the way. So I'm still fixing those.
We've done it for 7 years now. It's almost there. It's
almost ready to go. But so the fact that this was a reading has been in my mind the whole time. So because I think if I were to take that in my head, oh gosh, an actor has to memorize this and then memorize the different routes, I would just sort of mentally break down for them. So I've been approaching it as a reading. I think it's possible. I mean, people learn big, huge things all the time. You hear those stories about like a theater company will do Hamlet on one half of the stage and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead on the other half of the stage, and the whole cast is intertwined and knows both shows and performs them both. I mean, so it's possible.
Yeah.
This is possible to be performed. It's just we're taking advantage of the reading of it to sort of explore the different ways to go.
So I love the experimental aspect of this, but what would you say to people who worry about the experimental theater diminishing the impact of the work or works in general?
I think it enhances it, because I think I love audience interaction, and anybody who's seen any of my shows kind of knows that. Jane Austen's Christmas Cracker is a great example. You're attending a ball. You can choose to participate a lot or a little or not at all and just watch it as a play. And I like that because nobody wants to be dragged into theater. Nobody wants to be taken to interactive theater and dragged in unknowingly. That's a nightmare.
It is.
That's a waking nightmare. Nobody wants that. But I also think that theater is different than streaming a show at your house, going to the movies. It's always different because the audience makes it such a different experience. And, you can have, in any live performance, you can have a rowdy, great audience. You can have a subdued, quiet audience. And there's a lot of different energies that the audience brings to it and makes the live experience something so different. But I like the idea of, hey, the audience is here and they are choosing what we do, almost like an improv, like the audience selects, relationships or whatever, give us a setting and a whatever, and an occupation. So I love those kinds of experiences. And I think that this is a different way to do this. And I told the cast this too. This is loosely inspired by a show by Alan Ayckbourn called Sisterly Feelings, where the route of the show was chosen by a coin toss, and then later on, like, the lead actor got to choose a way to go. But I felt like that was so cast. I mean, the chance is the live coin toss, but the cast driving the show. I'm like, you have an audience there. Why can't they drive the show a little bit? Yeah,
and you always get those goofy things, like the audience wants to see like these people get together really bad just because of the chemistry. So then they might choose like that.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. And you get to do that here tonight, by the way. Michelle's going to watch our rehearsal.
I get to be the picker.
This is our second workshop, and she's going to be the audience that chooses
solo
everything.
Audience, the decider.
She's the decider.
The decider.
I might have to get a coin out.
Yeah. I've got
Take the
dice.
burden
I've got
off,
coins. I've got all sorts of things we can do.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Ever
Just a
since
few rolls of the dice. Like, hold on, everybody. Just roll these dice.
Ever since Erin and I talked about this, I've just been really excited because I love Regency romances. But why do you think they're having such a moment right now?
I think people found out. Shonda Rhimes took a weird chance on Bridgerton back in like 2019 to 2020, right? Am I saying that right? Am I saying the year correctly? Yeah. So that was such a odd thing because nothing from this. I mean, these are New York Times best-selling books, but nobody really knew about them in a larger sense who weren't already sort of readers. And so the fact that became this almost instantaneous hit on Netflix. And then from there, people are like, okay, well, what's Emily Henry writing? Let's make a movie out of that. And what's this happening? And all of these different things. I mean, I'm just waiting for the Court of Thorn and Roses to like become. That's a TV show, right? That's coming, right? That's Game of Thrones, right?
There's something coming.
But I think something is very interesting because all of these things are thought of as romances. You know, whether it's romantasy, whether it's modern romance, whether it's historical romance. But so many things, I'm like. Even modern fiction, just with a female protagonist, is being called romance.
Yeah.
People are talking about The Wedding People, which is a huge hit. They're making a movie out of it.
I did hear that.
Yeah. But I did not think of that as a romance at all. I just thought of it as a really good piece of fiction. And they're considering it. I was like, if it had a male protagonist, there's no way anyone would call that a romance at all.
It'd be like a drama.
It would be like this drama,
suspense,
So I'm not. I don't love how romance is pigeonholed, which is probably the reason I never read it before recently. It's pigeonholed to something sort of silly, and I think it's incredible work. I think it's really sort of challenging norms. I forgot what your question was.
Why do you think it's having a moment right now?
I think it's having a moment because people are book sales are quadrupling recently. Barnes and Noble used to have this little hidden away historical romance section in the back, and now it's half the building.
It's probably all the books in the middle.
They moved it in the middle. They moved it because they had to all their Bridgerton books I noticed came from like this weird back corner to the middle.
They got rid of all the like autobiographies by generals and were like, let's get Bridgerton up here.
They're like, political autobiography, nobody wants that.
Who cares?
Well, and it's funny you're talking about labels because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what this is considered. Is it historical fiction or is it a romantasy or is it just fiction? Like, I don't know.
There's so many things people would never, there's sex in the Game of Thrones books, but nobody ever called those romantasy, ever.
Oh, that's a good point.
And yet there's probably, I don't know this because I'm not an expert on romantasy. I have to wait to read that.
What?
It'll become my identity. I can't.
I thought we were there.
Court of Thorn and Roses, Tyler read it. He's got most of the books and he's like, there's hardly any sex in here. And I don't know, according to him, he's like, it's like Game of Thrones. It's like that amount of sexual description.
I would agree with him on that.
He's like, he hasn't read Fourth Wing, so I don't know.
Fourth Wing's really good too.
So I want to read that.
Yeah, those are all my genres. Just come to my library and you can borrow it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Michelle Library. I don't have 1,000 books quite yet, but it's getting there.
I'm all into modern stuff, so that's where I'm at right now.
What do you like to read, Charli?
I don't have much time to read right now, still in school.
She's like, I read scripts.
But
yeah.
Syllabuses.
The most that I've had time to read has been, since I was in Christmas Cracker these last 2 years, Pride and Prejudice, I've reread it. And that's one of my favorite books of all time. But Crazy Rich Asians, I do
like that one.
I love the movie so much.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And then I've been getting into mystery.
Okay.
What was this one book? It was The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hugo.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I love that book. That was really good. I think they're making a movie out of that.
Ooh.
I'm always like, who would play her? I have thoughts. Some thoughts. But what about you? What do you read?
More like science fiction type stuff. But I like Dune, obviously, by Frank Herbert, and Dr. Blood Money by Philip K. Dick, and I like The Gods Themselves by Isaac Asimov. And I like Don DeLillo. It's not really science fiction, but it's kind of like a mirror on reality, but a little different. And he did one called White Noise. That's a really good book. So that's more my speed.
Put you on to Red Rising.
Red Rising?
Mm-hmm. It's a series. It's really good.
A little like What If sci-fi? Maybe?
It's like Hunger Games meets, not Star Wars. Sort of. It's really good.
Check it out.
It's really good.
Hit me up. I'll check it out.
So, all right. So what do you want the audience to take from the show? Final question.
I want theater goers to become more readers. They probably already are readers, but more readers. And I want readers to become theater goers is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going to like book clubs and stuff and being like, come see this show. You'll like it. It's for you. It's for you.
I think
and they're like, it's
you.
for me. And I'm like, it is for you. And it's like, they're like,
Yeah.
I don't really do theater. And I'm like, come to see the show. This is like
I think it's a great marriage.
yeah, it is. It's sort of my idea of that. So.
Yes. All right, everyone. So you heard it here, April 24th to the 26th. How to Write a Regency Romance Novel by Erin Woods. And you can buy tickets at OSP. We'll have it linked in the bio. And thank you, everyone, for being here. It is really hot in here, if you guys only knew. And just remember, all the world's a stage, and you too can be a shrew. Bye.
Brew Shrew!